Hey guys, Luke here, modeling expert, and today I'm going to be covering a topic that's been pretty popular in the modeling industry recently, and that is, should you have to pay for test shoots as a model? First off, what is a test shoot and what are they used for? Test shoots are not for a specific project, they're not for a job, they're not for a designer. A test shoot is where a model and a photographer are just taking images, really for portfolio building purposes. So do you actually have to pay for a test shoot with a photographer? This really is going to depend on your situation and where you're at in your career. If you are a signed model already with an agency, sometimes the agency will pay for the photo shoot up front and offer it to you as a chargeback, meaning that they are going to take that pay back out of a check that you receive. So either way, you're paying for the test shoot. Or if you're an aspiring model and you really want to enhance your chances of getting booked and getting signed to an agency, you should be using a well-talented or well-known photographer, and yes, those are gonna cost money. Why do you have to pay for a test shoot as a model? All the time I hear aspiring models say, well, I'm a model, what are they gonna pay me to shoot me? And that's just not how this works. These photographers that are well-known and very talented, most of the time in major markets, they're working with established agencies. They have rates specifically for agency signed models. Now, if you're an aspiring model and you're reaching out to them and saying, hey, I would love to test shoot with you, it's gonna cost money. They're doing this job for a living. And I always tell models, hey, look, you wouldn't work for free, so why would you expect the photographer to work for free? Now, I will say, sometimes photographers reach out and they are inspired by a specific model's look, and they're like, hey, I have something that I'm wanting to do personally, and I think that you would be a great fit for this test shoot, so I'm not gonna charge. That is something that does happen, but if you're reaching out to someone for a service, 9 times out of 10, it's going to cost you money. Another thing that I hear happen all the time is people say, oh, well, I have a friend that's a photographer, or oh, my aunt or uncle, they're a photographer, I'm just gonna use them. Okay, great, they might shoot you for free, but are they an industry standard photographer? Do they know how to shoot beauty? Do they know how to shoot editorial? Do they know how to shoot fashion? And as a model, these styles are so important to have into your book, especially if you're wanting to book in all of those categories. You've got to be able to show that diversity. You also want to have as many photographers as possible to have the diversity in your book to really enhance your chances of getting booked and signed to an agency as an aspiring model. So is there really a benefit to shooting with a photographer that charges to a photographer that does not? And in my personal opinion, yes, there is. The photographers that are charging fees that are in New York City or in LA, in these major markets, most of the time they're already established with these agencies. They know what is working within the industry. So I always tell aspiring models, it's better to just go ahead and bite the bullet, invest in yourself, and shoot with these photographers that really know what these agencies want. They know what these casting directors are looking for. It's really gonna elevate your chances of, 1, getting signed as an aspiring model, and 2, once you have that portfolio built and you're signed, then go on to cast. Outside of just test shooting alone, is if you are wanting styling or you're wanting hair and makeup, we have to realize that those are also services. So sometimes photographers have created packages. They work with a specific stylist. They work with specific hair artists or makeup artists. And that is an addition to the photo shoot, or sometimes it's put into a package to make it a little bit more feasible for the model. But if you really want to elevate your book, these services do cost money as an aspiring or a signed model. Like I said, it just depends on if that agency you're already signed with is gonna offer those services to you as a chargeback and then allow you to pay after you've been paid for a job. So in ending, yes, you do have to pay for test shoots as a model. If you're already a signed model, maybe your agency will offer it to you as a chargeback and you're gonna pay that back once you get paid. Either way, you're still paying for it. Or if you're an aspiring model, I just recommend go ahead, invest in yourself, invest in your business, and use the photographers that are charging fees, that are working with agencies to really elevate yourself to get signed by an agency and be sent to the right casting directors. I hope that this was helpful for you guys, and I'll see you on the next one.